Hello, Rubians of the Internet, and welcome to this Who Thoughts, episode 18. Now today, originally I was going to do the Battlefield review, but that's been saved for tomorrow. So I have 7th Doctor tomorrow, 8th Doctor Wednesday, 9th Doctor Thursday, 10th Doctor Friday, and the 11th Doctor Saturday, and then do another one on Sunday. So today I thought I might let you all in on my new to Who story. It's a story of blood, sweat, tears, theft, and actually no, that's not what includes it all. So, let's delve into the past and see how I became a fan of Doctor Who, shall we? Sherman set the Wayback Machine for the year of our Lord, 2005. I was a 9-year-old boy growing up in Lucan in County Dublin. And my two big things as a 9-year-old at that time was Star Trek and Power Rangers, which is what I watched constantly. I think at that time Star Trek Enterprise was on, and I think they were beginning, I don't know if they were beginning the season or somewhere near halfway through the final season of Star Trek Enterprise, which was season 4, only lasted 4 seasons. And that was one I watched religiously. I think I watched that show every Monday night on Sky as it came out, because we got it I think the new year, early 2005, whereas in America it starts into 2004 and it goes into 2005. But I'm here for Star Trek. And Power Rangers, I think Dino Thunder had just begun on ITV, and I watched that religiously as well because Tommy was back. But I'm not here to talk about that either. So basically those are my two things. Those are my two favorite shows. Star Trek and Power Rangers. So, at that time I was aware that Doctor Who was back, you know. I think I read an interview in the TV Now magazine with Billie Piper, talking about the show, her character and the Doctor. And I was aware that there had been other Doctors before Christopher Eccleston, just by reading that one little piece of interview. And so I really wanted to see what this show was like, because I'm a sci-fi fan as well. But I missed the first 2 episodes for some reason. I don't know, I think I was busy that Saturday, or there was a film on that I wanted to watch. But I think it could have been end of March, beginning of April, that I decided, alright, I'm going to watch an episode of Doctor Who and see what this show was like. So I think it was a Saturday evening. My dad and I were alone in the house, because I think my sisters were out with my mum, and we watched The Unquiet Dead. Now, just to be perfectly clear, I had all the British channels, but I didn't have digital at that time. I had cable, which is basically the cheap alternative. So basically you get all 4 of your main Irish channels, your RT1, RT2, TV3 and TG Car, which is basically the Irish equivalent of S4C or BBC Alba. And then of course you have your British channels as well. You had BBC One, BBC Two, UTV, Channel 4, E4, Sky One, Sky News, Living a few years later, Setanta a few years later, Nickelodeon, and Discovery. That was basically what you got with your normal cable television. Which I didn't mind, because basically we had all the British channels anyway. So I mean, I grew up watching a lot of British television because I think British television is flipping awesome. So yeah, I watched The Unquiet Dead, which was basically better known to us now as the one with Charles Dickens kicking ass against ghosts who live in the gas mains in Victorian Cardiff. uh, so I watched that episode and I said, yeah, okay, yeah, this is a good series. I'm so watching this series again. So basically, my first Doctor was Christopher Eccleston. So I believe, like a lot of people's first Doctor, when they began watching the show in 2005, like I did. So basically, I'm a new Whovian because I grew up with the new series more than the original series. But I remember when it was announced that Eccleston was leaving, I was really annoyed. I was like, why is Eccleston leaving? I don't get it. He's going to be replaced by David Tennant. And I remember just sitting there that Saturday watching Parting of the Ways, and the Doctor regenerated, and I'm just like, holy moly. The Doctor can change his appearance? That's freaking awesome! And then he turned into David Tennant, and then the rest is history. So basically, long story short, we started moving houses, but the first house we had to rent out, but someone which was grand enough because they had Sky, and I was able to watch Doctor Who. So I watched series 2, and I was actually in my house that Christmas watching Christmas Invasion. Because for some reason we didn't stay all day in my grand's house. So I just basically sat in front of the TV, Christmas dinner in front of me. Well, I think I just finished my dinner. And I watched Christmas Invasion, David Tennant's first episode. And I just watched the fight with the Sycorax leader, and I thought, yeah, I think I'm gonna like this guy very much. And of course before that I began to collect the DVDs. Like the first DVD I got was this. So this was the first one I bought, Series 1 Volume 1. And then a few months after that I bought my first original series DVD. So 2 trips back to the shelf. I didn't just do this in one trip, but here you go. Sorry about that, it's just a little announcement from my computer. So this is my first original series DVD, Spearhead from Space. So basically, for me, John Pertwee was my first classic series Doctor. And I got this because it had Autons, and I was familiar with the Autons now because of Series 1 Volume 1. I was like, oh cool, these has the plastic dummy creatures, you know, I'm gonna buy this. I just like listened back in the old Virgin Mega stores. Yeah, remember them? Before some of them became Zavi and then latterly HMV. Yeah. Ah, those were the days. Yeah. So basically we kept moving houses, we moved to Westmeath. I think nearly every house we lived in Westmeath had Sky. But I mean, Series 3 I wasn't allowed to watch at all, any episode. Even if it was the first episode or the Master Trilogy. Then Series 4 I watched a couple episodes. I only watched one of the David Tennant's final episodes, Planet of the Dead, and then I watched a lot of Series 5, some of Series 6 and some of Series 7. But yeah, so basically, after The Unquiet Dead, just backtracking back a minute, Star Trek and Power Rangers just got pushed to one side, and Doctor Who became my number one favourite show. I was just instantly hooked on this show. You know, it's just like, oh my god, this is awesome. I remember the first time I saw Dalek. Yeah, the first time I saw Dalek was with Eccleston's Doctor. Why does that keep going on me? So annoying. And of course, that year I was introduced to Captain Jack and Highlight of the TARDIS and stuff like that. It's good tea. Oh yeah, totally nice. So let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, series 1. So basically, the whole sort of Doctor Who merchandise buying thing began that Christmas. I think I got a Doctor Who annual, a Doctor Who calendar, the Ninth Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, the TARDIS Money Bank, which I still have, and Pyramids of Mars on DVD. Basically, and then of course, in time I got some books, and then I got into the spin-offs, and I saw like a little bit of the first Dalek movie. But apart from that, I was starting to get really, really big to the show. My only gripe is I've never been to a convention, to a convention or an exhibition, and I really want to go to the Doctor Who experience in Cardiff. And if they close the Doctor Who experience down before I even go there, I'm going to get really annoyed. I really, 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 really want to go to the Doctor Who experience in Cardiff, but of course, us being in recession was, really not financially affordable to do that. But our economy is improving now, so hopefully the good times will be back. But hopefully will be managed properly than in the Celtic Tiger, because everything just went mad in the Celtic Tiger. Yeah, goddamn you, Fianna Fáil. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about Fianna Fáil and the Celtic Tiger and our economy and Doctor Who, so basically I'm going to go to the Doctor exhibition. And even when I went on holiday in Leeds, I insisted to go to HMV to buy Doctor Who DVDs. I think I got my first spaces in 2010 and 2011. In 2010, and they were both original series box sets. I think my first original series box set was Trial of Time Lord, which was the Colin Baker's second season. And I really wanted to see that because I'd heard mixed things about it. Some fans liked it, other fans hated it. And then in 2011, I got Beneath the Surface box set because it had Silurians, and I was familiar with Silurians because of the Hungry Earth and Cold Blood 2-parter in Series 5, and of course more recently Madame Vastra. So I got that, and then of course I started getting some books, of which I have 11. My recent one came a few weeks ago, like last week or the week before. I did an unboxing of that. You can check that out on my channel. It's just so interesting, and it's so good. I really love Doctor Who. And I remember when my mom told me David Tennant was leaving, I was shocked as well. I was just like, oh my god, David Tennant's leaving. I grew up more with David Tennant's Doctor, David Tennant and Matt Smith's Doctor, than I did with Eccleston. Because Eccleston only lasted one series, and I think of what's weird is that both Tennant and Smith lasted 3 series. Tennant started in Series 2, Series 3, and Series 4. The specials don't count as a series, unless you're adding them to Series 4. And then Matt Smith did Series 5, 6, and 7. So that's one cool thing they have in common. They both did 3 series. But what's weird, when I started collecting Doctor Who DVDs, I purposely avoided any 1960s DVDs because I thought, all 1960s DVDs, oh my god, it's in black and white. I'll never get used to Doctor Who in black and white. I wanted it in full blazing colour. But then in 2010, I thought, I think maybe now is probably a good time to get some black and white Doctor Who. So I got the beginning box set and the War Machines, and The Mind Robber. So I got 5 black and white adventures, 2 separate releases and 3 in one box set. And I have to admit, stop going down on me. Anyway, I have to admit, looking back on that now, those are actually pretty good idea, and I was just thinking, wow, these black and white Doctor Who's are actually pretty good. So I've decided to getting more black and white Doctor Who's. Like, most recent one I have is the Web Planet, which I hear a lot of people hate, but I love the Web Planet. I think it's really good. Around with the Target novelization, I hope the BBC start doing more Target reprints. But I'm going off on a tangent. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers my new to Who story. You know, started off watching Unquiet Dead, got hooked, bought DVDs, bought some toys, got the Doctor Who magazine, of course, Doctor Who magazine, some manuals, and also remember the really bad Nintendo games. There was Evacuation Earth on the DS and Return to Earth on the Wii. I got Evacuation Earth, and I got really annoyed with that game. I think there's like it's like pretty much the whole game, so nothing could solve mini puzzles. And I was stuck in one where you have to fill some guy's suitcase, and he couldn't let anything go past the edge, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, kind of, doesn't matter, yeah, I'll fit it in nice and perfectly. And I kept saying that mission failed, and I was like, you cannot be serious. And I was actually going to get the Eternity Clock, but I heard that was pretty bad. There's like all loads of glitches and stuff, so I was like, yeah, I was going to buy that game, but now I don't think I will anymore. It's the same now with the Star Trek game. We're just going to buy that game, but I hear there's like loads and loads of glitches that I can't buy it. I'm talking on a tangent. I'm not here to talk about Star Trek, I'm going to talk about Doctor Who. So yeah, again, nutshell, new to story. Watched the Unquiet Dead, got hooked, bought loads of DVDs, bought a few books, bought a video game, bought some merchandise, bought some magazines, listened to an audiobook. And basically, if it weren't for the Unquiet Dead, I wouldn't be a Doctor Who fan. So, thank you, the Unquiet Dead. I've got a lot to thank you for. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Who Thoughts for today. Tomorrow will be the review of Battlefield, and the review will have to be put up sometime tomorrow evening because the electricity in my area has gone down for me as we shut down for maintenance work. So it'll probably be sometime tomorrow evening. But yeah, so see you tomorrow for Who Thoughts 19. So 2 more episodes for the 20th episode, folks. Only 2 more episodes for the 20th episode. For Battlefield. See you later.